This morning's Money Watch, the housing market. It is on the minds of millions of Americans, including Nancy Logan, who asked President Obama about it at this week's CBS News town hall meeting on the economy.
And my question to you, Mr. President, is do you have any plans to help improve the housing market so hardworking Americans like myself don't lose our homes?
This is probably the biggest headwind, along with high gas prices. This is the biggest headwind on the economy right now, is the housing market. Part of what happened was that the housing market got way overbuilt, and a lot of people got way overextended because of these subprime loans. And so there was a housing bubble that popped, and it's just now starting to recover.
One factor that may help that recovery, mortgage rates. They've now dropped for the fourth straight week. The average rate on a 30-year fixed loan now just over 4.6%. CBS News business and economics correspondent Rebecca Jarvis is here with more on this. We talk about this a lot when we get numbers on the economy. They seem to be, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Housing prices were dropping, but the good news is that mortgage rate is dropping. This is really a silver lining.
It is a silver lining, and what happens is when mortgage rates go lower, it makes home buying more affordable. And when home buying is more affordable, more people are interested in going out and purchasing homes. There are some caveats here, though. That's the fact that obviously the unemployment rate is still 9%. Job security in this economy, a lot of people who have jobs are concerned about whether or not those jobs are going to be there. And those are also factors, in addition to the purchase price of a home, that determine whether or not you're going to actually go out and buy one.
So those are things to keep in mind. But again, nice how it can boost the overall economy, as you just showed us. So it would be, though, a good time, if you could, to buy a home based on this rate, even if it's not the lowest rate we've seen.
Yeah, take a look at what you would actually pay on the average home on a month-to-month basis. Right now, the average cost of a home in America is $169,000. So you'd take out a loan to buy that home of about $135,000. With a 4.63%, that's the average mortgage rate, your monthly payments are going to be $694.49. Compare that payment to what you would pay for the average loan for the last 20 years, which is 7%.
Wow.
That would be $898. That is a $203 savings. So basically what you're looking at is when mortgage rates go lower, you're going to pay a significantly lower amount on your month-to-month mortgage.
And if you can lock in that loan, you'll really be doing yourself a favor. What about folks, though, who already have a home, who may have a higher rate on it, like that 7%? Is this a good time to refinance?
If they have a higher rate on it, like that 7%, then yes, it could definitely be a good time to refinance. When you are refinancing, though, you need to consider that there are closing costs. So let's say you refinanced in the last 2 years and you actually took advantage of some of these lower interest rates. Maybe you got a 5% interest rate on a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Well, now isn't the time necessarily to refinance because you're not going to get that significant of a difference. But if you say, like you said, you have a 7% mortgage rate on your home, well, then it is certainly something to consider. But you want to obviously think about those closing costs and factor those into your decision as well.
Because those can be thousands of dollars.
Absolutely.
There's always so much focus on the housing market because a lot of people look at this as what really triggered the slump that we're in. Where are folks saying the housing market is trending right now?
Well, on a national level, it's still trending down. Zillow, for example, as we discussed earlier in the week, came out with a report that said they forecast prices to drop another 8% this year. The issue is that real estate is local, and so location does play a factor here. So if you are making that decision right now at some place in the United States of America, think also about the local economy and the location, because that will play into your decision as well. So the overall housing market may not come back as quickly as some local housing markets do.
So you could be better off where you live.
You absolutely could.
Good stuff. Rebecca Jarvis, thanks.